On today's video, I'm going to talk about your setup position for the deadlift, how to pull the slack out of the bar, and I'm going to finish with tempo RDLs for building mobility and strength in the hamstrings. So the first thing to note is the setup position. What we're looking for is what I call the hamburger position. So you're looking for an angle between your chest and your hips that's like that. If you like that, it's an RDL. If you like that, it's more of a squat. We want somewhere in between the middle of those two things. So I'm going to set up with a slight gap in between my shins and the bar. From this position, once my hands are on the bar and I've pulled the slack out, which I'll go over in a second, what I want to see is that figure 4 position. If I'm in this position here, it's like a stiff leg deadlift and I'm creating too much of a distance between the bar. My hips, it's like this, I'm too upright and I can't really use the big muscles in my hamstrings. So now we've briefly gone over the setup position. What we need to listen closely for is pulling the slack out of the bar. What I mean by that is we want it to be that we are one unit with the bar, not that the bar is attached to our arms. So listen carefully, this is what it sounds like. It's going to be 3, 2, 1. So if you're using a half decent bar, you should hear that little click. And that's just me taking the slack out. If you imagine if you had something attached to a rope and you wanted to pull that item, you would take the slack out, so you'd lengthen the rope as much as possible before trying to actually pull the item along. So again, once I've set my grip, I'm going to have a slight gap between my shins and the bar. I'm then going to breathe in, make the bar click. Then once I'm in position, then I'm going to lift the bar. And again, when it goes down to the floor, if I'm just dropping it, I'm pushing my hips back so I can get them out of the way. Pull the slack, shins touch the bar, and then it's coming up. In terms of tempo RDLs, what I'm looking for is from the top position, you're just going to shove your hips right back, try and get yourself parallel to the floor, and you're going to go down at a 3-second tempo. So here's what that looks like. So firstly, pull the slack, hear the click, knees down to meet the bar. Then as I lower my hips, push my hips out of the way, big chest. 3, 2, 1, and then start again. So with the tempo RDL, you get a chance to practice your setup position at the bottom, pulling that slack out of the bar, keeping your chest up. You get a chance to work on your hamstring mobility as the bar comes down, slowly lowering to a count of 3. So if you found this video useful or just have any feedback, then please drop it underneath my Patreon comments or drop me a message.